Hey guys, today we are going to discuss American Congress. Guys, American Congress is the lawmaking body in America. It is the legislature of America. You can say that it is the central legislature of United States of America. And its job is obviously to make laws for United States of America. And the American Congress, it's a bicameral legislature. You know, bicameral legislature means such a legislature which has two houses, an upper house and lower house. For example, we do have a bicameral legislature in Pakistan, in India. Similarly, in America as well, the legislature is the bicameral. It's called American Congress. Its two houses are called Senate and House of Representatives. The Senate is the upper house and the House of Representatives is the lower house. And in Senate, the equal representation is given to all states, while in lower house, in the House of Representatives, representation is distributed according to the population. That is, more representation is given to a state with more population, and less representation is given to a state with less population. But that's not the case in Senate. In Senate, each state has equal representation. That is, all states are sending two senators to Senate, and it's called the upper house. In American Congress, both houses, the Senate and the House of Representatives, are neither same in composition nor according to the powers. So it would be more desirable to discuss both of them separately. So let's start our discussion on Senate first. Senate, this is the upper house of the American Congress, and it's the House of States. It is called House of States because all states have equal representation in it, and no state could be deprived from its representation in Senate. All states have equal representation, that is, all states send two senators to the Senate, and it's a permanent body. It's a permanent body because Senate can never be vacant. The entire Senate can never be vacant at any time. It's because the senators are elected for 2 years, and after 2 years, oh, sorry, the senators are elected for 6 years, and after every 2 years, 1/3 of senators get retired, and when they retired, in their place the new senators get elected, and in this way the Senate works in continuation. It's a permanent body, and it cannot be dissolved at any time. The Federalists believe, and they say, that the equal vote allowed to each state is at once a constitutional recognition of the portion of sovereignty remaining in the individual state, and it's an instrument for preserving that residuary sovereignty. That's the composition of the Senate shows two important things. First is that the equal representation of all states in Senate shows the shows the or it represents a constitutional recognition that a portion of sovereignty is remaining in the individual state. It shows the true federal nature of United States, that the units are not working under the central government. They do have their own sovereignty, which is limited to their own boundaries. And the equal representation of all states, either they are big states or small states, shows that they are separate units and their separate portion of sovereignty is represented. And the other important thing is that it is the Senate which act as an instrument for preserving the residuary sovereignty. So it is the Senate that shows, or sorry, that act as an instrument that preserve the residuary sovereignty of the individual states. Now, how the elections of Senate are conducted? Before 1913, before 1913, the elections for the Senate were direct election, or sorry, indirect elections. That is, the legislatures of the individual states were electing their senators, and they were sending them to the Senate. But after 1913, when 17th Amendment in the Constitution of United States was passed, the system of election for the Senate was changed from direct to indirect. Sorry, from indirect to direct elections. Before 1913, this elections of Senate were the system of election for the Senate was indirect. That is, the legislatures of the states were electing their senators. But after 1913, the system of direct election was introduced for Senate elections. This happened because of so many unfortunate events. For example, from 1890 to 1910, almost 11 states had no representation in Senate because the legislatures were unable to send their senators to Senate. At different occasions, at least one or two states had no representations. And moreover, Garner says that number of senators got themselves elected to Senate using different unfair means. Usually, the wealthy Americans were bribing the local or the state legislators to get votes for elected in the Senate. So to check all those unfortunate events, a movement was started in United States of America in 1912, and after that, the 17th Amendment was passed. And when the 17th Amendment was passed, the system of election for the Senate was changed from indirect to direct elections. Now the senators are directly elected. That is, the common people of the respective states in the United States of America elect their senators, and those senators are elected for 6 years. And the temporary vacancies are filled by Senate executives. There is no system of by-elections for the senators. If any Senate seat is vacant because of any occasion, any event, for example, the death of a senator or resignation of a senator, in that case, the Senate executives elect those senators and fill those vacancies. Now, the qualifications for the senators. Who can become a senator in United States of America? For him, he must be at least 30 years of age. He must gain at least 30 years. That is the minimum age requirement, and he must be a citizen of United States for at least 9 years. That is, if you are getting the citizenship of United States in this year, you won't be able to get elected in the Senate. If you want to become the senator in the United States of America, you must have the citizenship for at least 9 years. And the residential requirement is also given for the qualifications for senators. That is, he must be the resident of a respective state, from which state he is going to be, from the state which he is going to represent in Senate. For example, if somebody is the resident of New York, right, then he can become the senator of New York, right? The senators of New York must be residents residents of New York. Only the residents of New York can become the senators of New York. In this way, from all states, the residents of that state will become the senators of that state. So who will preside the Senate sessions? The Vice President of the United States preside the sessions of Senate. For example, now recently Kamala Harris is elected as the Vice President of United States. She will preside the Senate sessions, right? The Vice President act as the Speaker of the Senate. His role is just like the Speaker of the House of Representatives. He remains impartial, and he is not entitled to cast vote. He could only cast vote in case of tie. Otherwise, he would not be able to cast vote. And now, in absence of the Vice President, who is the President of Senate, to conduct the functions, and another official is elected, that's called the president pro tempore. The president pro tempore is elected by the senators themselves, and he acts as the president of Senate in absence of the president of the Senate, that is the vice president. Senate work through its committees. There are number of committees. The number of committees are made in Senate. For example, the Committee on Finance, Foreign Affairs, Interstate Commerce, and Judiciary. All those committees work in their respective jargon. For example, the Finance Committee work on the financial affairs, Foreign Affairs Committee work on the issues of foreign affairs, and the Interstate Commerce work on the interstate commerce issues, and Judiciary Committee work on the issues that are related to the judiciary. These committees make bills which are introduced in Senate, right, and they work in their respective jargon. In this way, the system of the working system of Senate in USA is very much smooth and appropriate because of those committees. Thank you for joining. Please guys, do not forget to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon and put your suggestions. Once again, thanks for joining. Take care. Goodbye.